Okay, let's go.
Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into the incredible power of true silence. We live in a world that's constantly buzzing, right? But what if the real key to clarity, success, and even freedom was actually hidden in those quiet moments we're always trying to fill up? Let me ask you something. Does your world just feel too noisy? And I'm not just talking about the outside stuff, the traffic, the endless notifications, all that. I'm talking about the noise on the inside. That nonstop loop of thoughts, stress, and worry. Yeah, if that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. Finding a moment of real peace feels harder, but also more important than ever before. So here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll take a look at our noisy world. Then, we're going to unpack the huge difference between being quiet and actually being at peace. After that, we'll explore the real power of silence, introduce a super practical 60-minute daily practice, and finally, show you exactly how you can start today. Ready? Let's get into it. Think about it. Our phones, our jobs, just modern life. It's created this constant barrage of noise and stimulation. It makes it incredibly hard to find those quiet moments to connect with ourselves, to think deeply, or, to just be. We're almost programmed to fill every single empty second with more sound, more information. But this is where we get to the most important idea of all. True silence, it has almost nothing to do with what's happening outside of you. It's an internal state. It's about intentionally calming that frantic monologue that's always running inside our heads and learning to really listen, not just to the world, but to ourselves. Okay, so this brings us to a really, really crucial distinction. We tend to use the words quiet and peaceful like they're the same thing, but they're not. And understanding the difference between them is the key that unlocks all the real benefits we're talking about. On the one hand, you've got being quiet. This is just a physical thing, right? You're not talking. But inside, your mind could be a complete hurricane of fear, stress, or just plain boredom. But on the other hand, you have being at peace. Now, this is a mental and spiritual state. It's about finding that inner space where your mind is finally free from that endless loop of thinking. So see, the goal isn't just to shut our mouths, it's to calm our minds. So you might be thinking, okay, why should I even bother trying to find this inner peace? Well, because the rewards aren't just some vague, nice feelings. They are real, tangible advantages that can totally change how you operate in every single part of your life. Just look at this list. These aren't just random traits, They're all connected. It's like a chain reaction. It all starts when you listen more than you talk. That deep listening makes you a better observer. When you observe more, you choose your words more carefully, which then builds trust and much deeper relationships. It's this amazing feedback loop where inner calm actually creates outer success. And this quote just nails it. Silence isn't weakness. It's not about being passive. It's an active, incredibly powerful tool. Sometimes it can say more than words ever could. It commands attention and shows incredible self-control. It's the space where the real thinking and understanding actually happens. All right, so that kind of power doesn't just happen by accident. You have to cultivate it. So now that we get the why this inner silence is so valuable, let's get practical. Let's talk about the how. We're going to walk through a structured daily technique called Sparrow Silence, a clear method for building this piece into your life step by step. Okay, the core of this whole practice is one dedicated, uninterrupted hour each day. And I know, 60 minutes can sound like a lot. But think about it this way. It's the most important meeting you'll have all day. And it's a meeting with yourself. And here's the real challenge: consistency. The source material really emphasizes doing this for 21 days straight. Why? Because that's what it takes to build a habit. Your motivation will be high at first, for sure. But pushing through when it starts to fade, that's what turns this from just an experiment into a lifelong tool. So this hour is broken down into 3 really distinct, purposeful parts. The first 30 minutes are all about goal setting. The next 20 are for learning, and you finish with 10 minutes dedicated to mindfulness. Each part builds perfectly on the last one. And when you look at how the time is split, you can see it's heavily weighted towards action. Notice that half of your time, a full 30 minutes, is for focused planning. This isn't about just passively zoning out. It's about setting an intentional direction, followed by active learning, and then ending with that quiet self-connection. Let's really break that down. First up, that goal-setting phase. It's all about giving your day direction, writing down your goals, checking your progress, and honestly looking at what's holding you back. Then you move into the learning phase, where you actively expand your mind with a new book and then solidify what you learned by summarizing it. And you wrap it all up with mindfulness, 10 minutes of pure self-reflection, just being present with yourself. So, and this is so important, this hour isn't time you're losing, it's a strategic investment in yourself. By starting your day with this much clarity and intention, you gain an incredible amount of control and focus for the other 23 hours. You stop just reacting to your day and you start directing it. Okay, now if a full hour still feels like a huge mountain to climb, don't worry, don't let that stop you. The whole point is to just start. You can build this habit with much smaller, simpler actions that you can weave into your life right now. Seriously, just try one of these. Maybe you start by just driving to work with the radio off. Or maybe you set your alarm just 10 minutes early tomorrow to lie in bed in total silence before the day gets crazy. Heck, even just pausing for 2 seconds before you answer someone in a conversation. That's a way to practice silence. The goal is just to create these little pockets of peace and then build from there. Ultimately, this whole practice is a journey inward. It builds self-awareness, it boosts your confidence, and it gives you this deep understanding of who you really are. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. In a world that never, ever stops talking, what will you discover when you finally give yourself the space to listen?